Hello dear students, we are going to learn a topic today, nervous tissue under chapter structural organization in animal of class 11th. This is the chapter 7. Nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is one of the important tissue that are present in animal only. It is totally absent in plants. If we compare between plant and animals, the plants does not so quick respond due to absent of this, and animal shows, especially the higher animal shows quick response against any type of external stimulus. The nervous tissue is made up of numerous millions of neurons, made up of millions of neurons, millions of neurons. It directly or indirectly control and coordinate the body against different type of external stimuli. Control and coordinate the body against different type of external stimuli. The nervous tissues especially present as a unit structure made up of a unit known as neurons, or it is called nerve cell. The nerve cell having some salient features, like nerve cell is having not having capability of division. It form one time, they only can increase their size, but they are not able to divide. This is the one of the basic characteristic of the nerve cells, neurons. The structures the nerve cells especially present in all type of systems, like formation of the central nervous system, that is a brain and spinal cord are formed inside this. The peripheral nervous system, all the nerve that arise from the central nervous system comes under the peripheral nervous system. And third is the autonomic nervous system, that is a ANS, autonomic nervous systems. These are of sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve. The brain and spinal cord are the brain and spinal cord are the part of the central nervous system. Peripheral nervous system are peripheral nerve that arise from the CNS. All peripheral nerve that arise from the CNS. Especially this is a peripheral nervous system, and it is of two types that generally called sympathetic and as well as parasympathetic. Sympathetic as well as parasympathetic. Both the functions of sympathetic and parasympathetic are anti-parallel, means you can say both perform opposite work. One is a stimulate the rate of reactions and one is a decrease the rate of the reactions. Especially one is a increase heartbeat and second is a decrease heartbeat. This is a different type of systems that are present in the bodies which are made up of numerous bundles of neurons as well as neuroganglia. Okay, dear students, you have learned about the nervous tissue, especially the made up of numerous neurons. They are present in the form of bundles of nerve fibers. Now, what is the structure of neurons? Structure of neurons. Generally, the neurons is made up of only two parts. Is called, first is a cell body, especially called cyton, and second is called axon. Cyton as cell body as well as axon. Cyton is also called soma. Now you can see this is a structure of this is a cytons. Cytons having a nucleus. This is a nucleus. This is a Nigel granules. Nigel granules having RNA and nucleus. Nigel's granules. This is a dendron. This one is a dendron, and this is a dendrites. Okay, this is an axon. Especially this all part, that is a head part, especially this is called cell body, or it is also called cyton. Sometimes it is also called soma. And the other rod-like cylindrical structure is called axon, that arise from the cyton. Especially the axon having exoplasm. This is a exoplasm. This is a exolemma. And a swan cell is also present. Swan cell. This is a swan cell. Swan cell sometimes functions to synthesize its myelin sheath. This is a myelin sheath. Myelin sheath that are formed on the surface of axon. Especially this type of myelinated neurons present in case of vertebrates. This is a myelin sheath synthesized by the swan cell, and this is a neurilemma. That is a external membrane that is surround the myelin sheath. This is a node of Ranvier. This is a terminal arborization, or it is also called terminal knob, or it is also called axon ending. Now this is a typical myelinated structure of a typical. This is a structure of typical myelinated neurons. Typical myelinated neurons. Especially this is a structure of myelinated neurons. Some non-myelinated neurons can also be prepared, students. I think at the time of discussion of myelinated and non-myelinated neurons and what is their basic difference is also discussed one by one, students. So this one is a different part of the cell body, cytons, as well as axon. Axons having exoplasm. This is exoplasm. This is surrounded by external layer having swan cell. Exoplasm is external layer is called exolemma, and swan cell present in the outer side of the exoplasm, that is a nucleus containing swan cell. This swan cell is able to synthesize their own proteins, synthesize the protein sheath. This is called myelin sheath, and especially myelin sheath surrounded by neurilemma. This is a node of Ranvier. This at some point of a myelin sheath, the synthesis of, because each swan cell is able to synthesize myelin sheath, and another form their own myelin sheath. That's why they form a gap between two myelin sheath is called node of Ranvier. Where the myelin sheath is not present, only neurilemma that surround them. Neurilemma and below the neurilemma exoplasm surround them. Now this one is a different part of the nerve cells and how they perform functions. Now students, this is a cell body that present on the our sensory site, especially all the sensory sensation receiving site, especially called sense organ. The cyton is specially joined at that position, and all the dendrites that taken stimulus, if any type of stimulus received by that particular sense organ, this stimulus is received and further the polarization of dendrites or dendron takes place. This polarization lead to the polarization of the cytons as well as axons, and they are move from the cyton to the axon end. Now this axon end again joined with the another neurons and transfer their impulse to the another neurons. That's why the each and every neurons are joined together, and they are transfer the impulse from the site of source to the end, especially up to the CNS, that is a brain and spinal cord region. So this one is the functions. Neurons is the one of the important cell of the body. It having size of about 1 meter sometimes, because it have not capability to divide. It may be elongate themselves also depending upon the site of locations where they are formed inside the body. Now the excitability, nerve cell having pre-existing potential difference from the cyton bodies to axon bodies. That's why they transfer the impulse from cyton to the axon. Okay, so this potential difference help in the polarizations as well as transfer of the impulse takes place. Okay, now the structure of neurons you have already seen. The neurons is made up of two parts, that is a cyton as well as a axon. What is the role of cyton? Cyton generally cell bodies contain nucleus, abundant granular cytoplasm. These cytoplasm contain prominent conical and angular granules called Nigels granules. Nigels granules, NISSLS, Nigels granules, and these Nigels granules which are rich in RNA and concerned with the protein synthesis, especially this Nigels granule rich in RNA and help to synthesis of protein, synthesis. This is an important feature of Nigels granules that are present in case of neurons, especially the cell bodies. Now the second important is axons having different part you can see here, especially the myelinated neurons having myelin sheath, and these are present in case of vertebrate, especially in the region of central nervous system as well as in peripheral nervous system. Okay, now this myelinated sheath, this myelinated parts especially present in vertebrate only, and the non-myelinated neurons are also present in some vertebrate, especially in the it is present in the form of ganglia. Okay, ganglia, but myelinated sheath is the different from the non-myelinated. What is the basic difference we'll discuss later, students. Now the dendrons are small branched tubes, small branched projections that receive stimuli. This is a small, all dendrites are small branched projections that is spread on the surface of sensory parts and receive stimuli. The second one is depending upon, students, one of the important point is that depending upon the number of dendrons, okay, neurons are said to be first is a unipolar neurons. Suppose this is a cell body and one of the dendrons arise from these positions. This is called unipolar. Okay. Second thing, bipolar neurons are those Suppose this is a cell body and one of the dendrons that arise from the one position and one of the arise from the another positions. Especially this type of neurons is called bipolar neurons. Now third one is a pseudopolar neurons. Pseudopolar neurons. Here it is not clear they are arise from the end or from which position. Pseudopolar neurons is generally, this is a at lateral side of the cyton and dendrites arise at this position. Dendrites arise at this position. This type of neurons is called pseudopolar. And fourth one is a multipolar. Especially you can see the multipolar neurons is this. Especially this is the structure of multipolar. One of the dendrons is converted into the axon and remaining dendrons you can see. Multiple side from the cyton body or dendrons is arise. Multiple side from the cyton body is called dendrons is arise. So the fourth one is a multipolar. The multipolar neurons generally having many dendrons arise from the different locations. This is a structures that prepare already is called multipolar neurons. Here one of the dendrons that form a external rod shape appearance, this is called axon, and remaining dendrons you can see. This is a multipolar neurons. This is a unipolar and this is a bipolar and this is a pseudopolar. Here the end is not clear from which end of the cyton bodies going to arise dendrons. Okay, so this one is a different type of neurons. Now the terminal lobe generally, if the impulse transmit from the cyton body to the axon end, suppose the impulse that are moved to the axon end, this is the axon end, okay, and another dendrites come at this contact, another dendrites branched of dendrons come in this contact and they having some vesicles that release a chemicals of neurotransmitter, neurotransmitter generally of many types, but here the neurotransmitters are released in the form of acetylcholine and they again polarized to the another dendrites of neurons, and again this neurons is also polarized. Okay, this neurons is also polarized, and due to these polarizations, move again to the another cyton bodies, and from that cyton into the another neurons. This type of formation, this type of conditions that are formed in the neurons is called synapse. What they called? They are called synapse. And the mechanism of transmission of impulse from one terminal knob to the another dendrites is called synaptic transmission. What is a synapse? What is a synaptic transmissions? And which chemicals responsible in this generally the neurotransmitter. Many type of neurotransmitter come in these categories like dopamine, acetylcholine, and adrenaline, and many more. Neurotransmitters are released from end of the one neurons to the another neurons. At the time of given anesthesia, not anesthesia, if at the time of if any organ going to perform a surgical operation, this neurotransmitter suppression chemical is given at that positions that directly interfere the passes of the impulse from the source to the brain. That's why the brain check the process. That's why the brain not receive such stimulus and the persons not feel pain and any type of uncomfort conditions. Now, so this one is the synaptic synapse and mechanism of transmission of impulse from one knob to the another dendrites called synaptic transmission. A chemical involved is this called neurotransmitter, that is acetylcholine, that release from the vesicles that present in the terminal knob. Especially some receptors are also present in this region that receive that type of chemicals. Now, this is a synaptic transmission. I think students, I will discuss this in detail when we read the mechanism of nervous coordination in animals at the chapter of 20, I think 21 chapter is this. Now, the next one is there are two type of neurons, that is a type, if talking about the type of neurons, the neurons are two types generally. First is called myelinated neurons, and second is called non-myelinated neurons. Name indicate that myelinated, it means the neurons having myelin sheath, it is called myelinated, and non-myelinated neurons does not having myelin sheath is called non-myelinated neurons. And what is a myelin sheath? You can see here, this is a myelinated neurons because this is a myelin sheath present on the axon region, but in non-myelinated neurons, the axons I am going to prepare, this is a axon, and this is a Schwann cells that are present in this, but this is a Schwann cell, this is a exoplasm, this is a exoplasm, this is a diagram of axon, and this is a axolemma. But generally non-myelinated neurons, no myelin sheath present in this zone, no myelin sheath is here, no myelin sheath found in this zone. It is called non-myelinated neurons. Non-myelinated is also called non-medulated. Okay, non-myelinated is also called non-medulated neurons. Okay, non-medulated, and myelinated is also called medulated neurons. Okay, so this one is a myelinated and non-myelinated difference, especially the myelinated neurons having myelin sheath. Here axon is surrounded by the cells is called Schwann cell. This Schwann cell is able to synthesize myelin sheath. That's why the myelin, due to presence of myelin sheath on axon, though no interwoving of the axons takes place and no conductions are interfere. In that case, this type of neurons present in case of vertebrate, generally all type of CNS and PNS, but non-myelinated neurons generally present in case of invertebrate. Okay, invertebrate. So this one is a basic difference between myelinated as well as non-myelinated neurons. Generally, the non-myelinated neurons also present in subvertebrate cells like in autonomic nervous system. It is present in autonomic nervous system, especially non-myelinated type neurons present in the autonomic nervous system. Now students, this is a basic difference. Generally, what is the difference between myelinated and non-myelinated question arise? What difference between dendron and axon? What is difference between especially NS, CNS? NS, CNS is not in this part. That's why it is not going to ask in the tissues and the structural organization. This will be the part and how the acetylcholine work. What is the basic structure of CNS, PNS, and what their part will discuss later, and the chapter that going detail of human physiology of nervous coordinations. Now, the next part is Next part is in this is called neuroglia cells. Neuroglia cells. This is the important, especially the many type of tissue filled with the connective tissues. Many type of tissues filled with the connective tissue, but the part of brain, especially the CNS, not filled with any type of connective tissues. What are other type of tissue filled with this? The neuroglia. Neuroglia is another. It is in nervous is central nervous system in CNS. Connective tissue is fully absent. Connective tissue is fully absent. No connective tissue found in this zone. That's why the majority space filled by neuroglia cell. Neuroglia cells. Neuroglia cells is important. This cell especially filled in the spaces of the filled between the spaces of nerve cells. Directly it have RNA. Generally let us discuss in function. What is the function of neuroglia cells? Generally it have RNA and all the information. It also store information. It also store information. Okay. It also neuroglia cells form a filled cavity. They form. That's why filled cavity. That's why nerve cells become intact. Nerve cells will intact in that case. Now the third important features of they provide nourishment to the surrounding neurons. They provide nourishment to the surrounding neurons. Especially they are filled in between the spaces of nerve tissue, so they provide nourishment to the neurons. Some specialized cell neuroganglia are phagocytic and engulf germ. Phagocytic in nature, especially they engulf germ. Germs. So this one is a neuroglia. Neuroglia is the having capable of dividing as well as regenerating features. Having capability of dividing as well as, next one is having capability of dividing as well as regenerating feature. They are having capability of dividing and regenerating feature. This is the neuroglia cells that are present in the CNS. Now students, in this chapter with this topic is finished, and anatomy of cockroach is not part this year because it is removed from the syllabus due to start of the syllabus. Now next chapter will be we will learn about the next chapter about cell, what type of cells and what is the cell organelles that are and what their functions. We'll discuss in next class. Now if many question you can prepare from these students, like difference between neurons, myelinated, non-myelinated, neuroganglia and neurons, especially CNS, ANS, PNS, especially what the functions, how the neurons transmit the conductions to the other neurons, what is their synaptic cleft, synaptic transmission, snaps. These all things are discussed by considering you, by making questions. This will help you directly or indirectly, students. I think this chapter is a very important and it's a very typical and complex branch of biology, of neurology. So I think here only tissue are discussed. At the time of discussion of complete chapter, we will focus on the broad aspect of the neurology or nervous systems. Thank you, students.